What if you woke up one morning and the entire world was just gone? No people, no traffic, nothing. Just you. That scene alone is one of the most unforgettable images in modern cinema. But here's the crazy part. It's not even the biggest twist in Vanilla Sky. This movie isn't just about dreams, it isn't just about love, and it definitely isn't just about sci-fi. It's about identity, regret, and what happens when we become so obsessed with living the perfect life that we would rather sleep than face reality. Today I'm breaking down what makes Vanilla Sky one of the most misunderstood movies ever made. David Aames has everything. He's rich, he's good looking, he owns a publishing company, women love him, everybody wants to be him. At least that's what he thinks, but underneath all that confidence, he's lonely. He keeps everyone at arm's length, even Julie, the one he's casually seeing. Because David doesn't really know how to love someone, he knows how to enjoy people. He knows how to impress people, but real connection, he's terrified of it. And that's important because everything that happens starts with this flaw.
To owe this pleasure.
The pleasure of Sofia, Serrano.
And then he meets Sophia, and for the first time, David isn't chasing someone. He's interested in someone who actually sees him. Sophia isn't impressed by his money. She isn't trying to get anything from him. She simply likes David. Or at least the David that hasn't completely lost himself yet. That's why their apartment conversation feels so different from the rest.
Every passing minute is another chance to turn it all around.
They're talking about dreams, life, chance. It's one of the few moments where David actually feels human. And because of that, the audience thinks that, maybe this movie is becoming a romance. It isn't. Julie represents something that David never took seriously. Consequences. He treated their relationship casually. She didn't. She believed it was something real. He believed it was temporary. That emotional imbalance exploded in the car. One terrible decision changes everything. After the crash, David survives, but his face is destroyed. And suddenly, no one looks at him the same anymore. The confidence that defined his entire identity is gone overnight. That's one of the smartest things Cameron Crowe does. The movie asks a simple question. If you lost your appearance, would you still know who you are? David doesn't. He completely unravels. This is where the audience usually gets confused. David starts seeing impossible things. People change, memories don't match, events start to contradict each other. Sophia becomes Julie, time jumps, people remember conversations differently, nothing makes sense, and that's intentional. The movie wants you to feel exactly as confused as David. Instead of explaining what's happening, it traps you inside his perspective. We're solving the mystery at the same speed he is. The mask becomes more than something covering his injuries. It's symbolic. David spends the movie hiding. First behind wealth, then behind charm, then behind physical beauty, finally behind an actual mask. Every version of David is hiding something. The damaged face simply makes those emotional scars visible. Then becomes one of the biggest twists. David thinks he kills Sophia. He's arrested, he's interrogated, everything suddenly feels like a psychological thriller. Except even this isn't reality. The audience keeps trying to figure out what's real, but the movie keeps moving the goalpost. That's why you should watch Vanilla Sky multiple times. The clues were always there, we just didn't know the questions to ask.
I didn't kill Sophia.
Eventually, everything clicks. David never recovered. After losing Sophia, after losing his identity, after losing hope, he chose cryogenic preservation. He paid a company to freeze him until technology could repair his life. But while he slept, an artificial dream was created. A lucid dream. One where David could have everything that he wanted. Except, dreams aren't perfect. His guilt kept leaking into the fantasy. His fears become nightmares. His subconscious refused to let him escape himself. That's the real villain of the movie. Not another person. David's mind. People often call Vanilla Sky confusing. I think it's pretty straightforward once you know the ending. The dream isn't about escaping pain. It's about proving that pain follows you wherever you go. Even inside paradise. David had unlimited possibilities. He built his own paradise. And still, he couldn't outrun regret. Because regret doesn't disappear when reality does. It just changes shape. By the end, David faces the hardest choice imaginable. Stay inside a dream forever, or wake up to an uncertain future. Most movies tell us fantasy is better than reality. Vanilla Sky tells us the opposite. Reality hurts, reality disappoints, reality leaves scars, but it's still real, and that's still worth choosing. David jumps, not because he's fearless, because he finally accepts that living honestly is better than living comfortably. It's one of the most hopeful endings in science fiction. Not because everything gets fixed, but because David finally stops running. Watch for repeated phrases like open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Notice how mirrors appear constantly through the movie. Pay attention to changing lighting between reality and dream. Even the soundtrack hints at David's emotional state before the plot reveals what's happening. Every strange moment becomes understandable once you realize you're watching a collapsing lucid dream. Vanilla Sky wasn't appreciated by everyone when it first came out. A lot of people expected a simple romance or a thriller. Instead, they got something sitting right in the middle. A movie about grief, identity, love, memory, and accepting reality even when reality hurts. The more I revisit it, the more I think it's one of Tom Cruise's most underrated performances. It's emotional without feeling melodramatic, confusing without being random, and almost every scene means something once you get to the end. It's the kind of movie that almost demands a second viewing, because the second time, you finally know when to open your eyes. If you enjoyed the breakdown, please hit the subscribe button for more deep dives into classic and modern films. And let me know in the comments, when you first watched Vanilla Sky, did you figure out the twist or did it catch you off guard?